Hello, my name is Alex Trennan, and I'm here with Dr. Martin Luther King, live from Pfeiffer Hall at North Central College. Dr. King, why are you making a speech here at North Central College, especially at such a controversial time?
Well, Mr. Trennan, at this moment in time, there are American Negroes who are not able to enjoy the great liberties of this nation. Negroes are more often remaining silent and afraid, or attempting to form motley crews with Molotov cocktails, than living out their moral obligations to teach their demented brothers and sisters who aim to oppress them that we are human beings, we are men.
Our community has limited diversity, and Naperville is a town of 2,000. What is your message to this small group of people?
Mr. Trennan, let me tell you about a small-town preacher who didn't have officers, a choir, or a church, or any of the other fancy amenities placed at some tabernacles for ecclesiastical gatherings. Jesus was not concerned with doing nothing but his Father's business, the business of redeeming humanity's sinful nature. Naperville may not have a whole lot of oppressed brothers and sisters, but these humans, who may be few in number, are not only entitled to peace in the by and by. These Americans were born with certain inalienable rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The kingdom of heaven is theirs. And these great freedoms are the rights these citizens, no matter how few they are in number, should have in this great democratic nation to live out what the founders of this country established.
Why is this change so important to you, and how are you asking people for help?
Mr. Trennan, change is a necessary tool to aid in the reconstruction of a society where immorality has destroyed the ability for a just society to exist. Now is the time for Friends of Freedom to rebuild a new community. It requires young babes to learn in schoolhouses what is right and what is wrong. Virtuous ladies to teach their children that it is important it is important for them to judge someone by the contents of their character and not the color of their skin. And virtuous men to walk where the light of liberation does not shine, and to be examples within their cities to show others that we are committed to change, and will not waver for a commitment for change. Immorality will be driven out of town because we are moving on a streetcar named Desire, which is helping us move this society, this world, towards a newly constructed city where all of God's children will be able to enjoy the benefits of the city upon it.
What is the community's role in this process? How can they help?
Mr. Trennan, I'm afraid the community does not have a role. It is a conglomerate of people with shared experiences. And for the American Negroes community, these experiences have been filled with men, women, and children being abused, degraded, and disenfranchised. The American Negro communities throughout this land are searching for social and political places of peace, which make it possible for themselves and others to live among people who are willing.
How do the challenges for equality in the South compare to what you have seen since you've visited the North, in particular civil rights and human rights?
Well, Shakespeare eloquently wrote that a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Unfortunately, my dear friend, I must confide with you and others assembled in this hollow place that oppression, no matter where it lays its head, Montgomery, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Stone Mountain of Georgia, and farms and hillsides throughout the beautiful southern states of this nation, has not only taken its habitat below the Mason-Dixie line, but in cities and areas where Yankees live amongst cosmopolitan Negroes. So I am saddened by the way some of our demented brothers and sisters treat citizens who are just trying to accept their rightful place among the living in God's kingdom on earth. The quest for justice is a challenge everywhere, and it is my and others committed to the cause to champion the moral duty before us. And we are committed, we mean business, and we look forward to sitting at the table of brotherhood.
Thank you for your time and your message, Dr. King.